If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
Can wait till he's done. I might just sit him down there. Yeah, I'll sit him down there. Right. All right, he's drying off. I'm gonna call him. Hey, Robert, we have a conversation about what's going on, man. Mind if we just sit over there? Why don't we just have a seat, Robert? If you don't mind. Robert, right? Sure. Okay. Well, my name's Gordon. Sorry to meet you like this. I know you're a good dude. I just want to have a talk about what's going on, man. That's it. I'm not going to be loud or anything like that, okay? Right. Gotcha. So, are you actually a massage therapist?
Yeah.
Awesome. How'd you get into that?
I like to help people, so.
Really?
I was gonna have a talk with the kid about meeting people online, and now it's not a good thing, so.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that.
I was trying to, like, not say anything, like, okay, we're gonna do stuff, but, like, trying to keep them interested. I was like, I had a feeling that, like, something wasn't right.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know you're a good dude. That's why I'm here talking to you right now. Sure. Like, I know. So, you said the kid, how old is he?
He said he was 13.
Right.
But, like, you know, people say things online, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said you were here to just have a educational talk.
Yeah, just trying to tell them, like, you don't want to meet people online. Like, that's how you get in trouble. Like, kids go missing. And, like, I mentioned, like, to catch a.
Sure.
But, like, there's tons of YouTube accounts where, like, people show up and, like, it's not who they say they are, and, like, that's dangerous.
Right. So,
you don't want to be doing that.
So, in your mind, you were here to meet a kid to give him a good Samaritan talk in a way.
Like, scare some sense into it.
Man, I don't see an issue with that.
I like what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to scare. I mean, I don't
the other end, but like,
yeah, I mean, but you know, I'm not trying to like scare you or hurt you or anything like that. But and obviously, I'm not making you talk to me. But like, I think we should because I don't want any misconceptions or anything like that. So how did you all even find each other though?
Just online. Like,
well, clearly, but like, yeah. What website?
I think he had posted something on like a photo sharing site.
Got it. So. Do you happen to know what site that is?
I don't remember which one.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a couple of different ones. Like,
yeah. Internet's a pretty big place.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing massage therapy for?
I just got into it just a few months. So, like, I was kind of hesitant to commit to things because, like, if I could lose my license, and, like, that's obviously not something I'm looking to do. But, like,
what were you before this?
I've done a lot of things. I work in a call center. That's been the last couple of jobs. So.
Got it.
Nice. Make money.
Yeah, I see. So, what made you want to get into massage therapy? You said helping people.
I like to help people. Yeah.
I respect that.
I've gotten to, like, as I've gotten older, like, wellness has become more important. Like, I started getting massage regularly, and, like, I was seeing a personal trainer for a little bit, and it was just, like, it's really important to, like, take care of yourself, so.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I was squatting last year, and I ripped my ankle, and yeah, I know, right? And I already knew what it was. I had that injury in football. I knew exactly what it was. It was going to be 6 weeks to recover. Lo and behold, pretty much 6 weeks on the dot, I recover. But, dude, my left calf since then has been me up.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know anything for that, or?
So where's, like, which one is it? Okay, and, like, is this the problem, or, like, is this?
Well, so I have full movement and everything, but, like, it just gets tight.
But do you get, like, does it hurt to, like, can you feel tax on it when you go to, like, you put your weight on it like this? Is it?
No, it just gets tight when I, like, if I were to sprint, it would get tight.
Okay. I mean, it's probably just weak, so probably just needs to be worked.
You think so?
Developed. Yeah, I mean, if you pulled it doing a squat, you probably strained it.
Yeah.
So easing it back into full strength, like, that's what you kind of want to do.
Awesome.
But gently, obviously, like you can't shock it. So,
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a 500 on. Just immediately do that.
that would be bad.
Yeah. I don't want to become like a whole pack, a whole pile of bones there. But have you had to give kids this warning before online, or?
Not like this. It's usually kids I know, like through church and stuff.
And I guess like how do you give them that warning? Because I think you're sincere in that, but like how do they?
Yeah, so usually it's like I've had someone I know like be the person they meet and then like show up and be like, hey, so this is what happened. Like you don't know this person. This could have been anyone. Like you were gonna get on a car with them and go somewhere. Like they said they were gonna take you somewhere, but like they could have taken you somewhere else. It could have been up and gone. So
this is a kid you knew from church, and then you had someone else meet him.
That's been a thing that we've done in the past.
How do y'all? I'm sorry.
They'll say stuff like they'll say, "Oh, I'm talking to someone online," or "Oh, like, I'm lonely. I'm trying to meet people," things like that.
Sure.
Like there's signs. So.
And how old are these kids usually?
High school, middle school.
Okay. So you know them in person, and you and other good Samaritans find them online and kind of chat them up and kind of just lure them in, and then just tell them, hey, this could have happened.
There was a suggestive word, but yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like you basically just kind of lead them on and teach them a lesson.
Right.
Okay.
Like, hey, you need to be careful. Like, people can misrepresent themselves.
How does the chat go with them?
Usually they're like very aware that they did something they shouldn't have, and like that's usually the wake up call.
Okay. And how does the chat online go with them? Like.
I mean, it kind of depends on the kid. Try to let them drive and see like what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Usually they'll say things, and those are indicators of like deeper issues. Like usually it's needing the right kind of attention, like needing friends, things like that. So.
When you say deeper issues, like what do the kids bring up usually?
Usually, sometimes it's like substance issues, like use or things.
Does the chat ever get a little bit risque with those other kids?
I mean, it can. Sometimes people have issues that play out that way. So.
I know we both don't condone kids doing that type of stuff. Obviously, we're on the same team with that. Like, how does
kids need to do things with other kids,
right?
If they're gonna like try to figure themselves out.
I agree.
Like age appropriate.
Fair enough. So do you come across like do you think you come across like bad people online?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're asking that I come across bad people, not that I come across as a bad person, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I think. Yeah, I have before, and that's that's part of the reason that people need to be careful. So,
how would you describe those people that you came across online?
Like malicious.
Malicious to what?
Like ill intent, like trying to like self-serve and do harm.
Who do you think they're trying to do harm to?
Whoever they can find that's an easy target. So.
What are some examples?
Sure. Anyone that's perceived as weaker. So like sometimes it's frail-looking women. Sometimes it's younger kids. Sometimes it's younger or frailer-looking men. So
how would they target a frail-looking female online that you've seen?
So there was one situation where we had a girl that, I mean, she was slim, like not model then, but like slimish.
Yeah.
And she got some like essentially cyberbullying comments. And so she was like, I don't know what to do about this. Like these people are really messing with me.
Yeah.
So she had an older brother, and he was like, maybe you can have someone like pretend to be you, and then tell them who you want to meet, and then.
How old was she?
She was 15.
Okay.
At the time.
Did you know her in person?
I knew her from a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they were like, oh yeah, we were definitely gonna like trying to mess with you. So, and then they're like, well, I guess we're jerks.
Yeah. So what sites have you seen people use to, I guess, act out their ill intent?
I mean, a lot of it just comes straight through social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat's the big one.
But you mentioned that you and I guess was his name, met on some, I guess it was some image site. What image sites have you seen people act out their ill intent on?
It's not usually on those sites. It's usually like that's where you meet people, and then they like go and do other things. So
I see. So
sure.
Do you think you've met people? Do you think some people that have tried to network with you on that image site that took you to another site had ill intent?
That's possible.
Okay. So what about with younger kids? How do they express their ill intent with that?
A lot of times it's manipulation.
Okay.
People want to have someone they can control.
And you've seen this yourself happen?
I have, and it's unfortunate. Also, I know your friends are reporting me, so I assume you're going to post this, and you don't have my consent unless we talk through what that's going to look like. So.
Yeah, no issue. I'm not here to put you on.
So.
I'm not here to put you on blast. I mean, we could even switch seats if you want. I don't mind.
I'm just saying it. So.
Okay. Yeah. It's not. Obviously, you're being very honest, and I don't see an issue to put someone who's good on blast.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Some people like to get clicks.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who just sticks a phone in your face and is like, "Oh, you piece of shit." I mean, clearly that's not productive. I don't think.
People do that though, and like.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Do it for shock value.
That's stupid. And I've seen a few where they go up, start hitting the person, and I think it's stupid. I don't do that stuff.
It's a problem.
Big problem.
Well, I mean, lots of things are problems, but.
Right. That doesn't help any problems.
Right.
But yeah, how have you seen them, I guess, express their ill intent towards kids?
Like, there was a case.
I'm talking about online that you've seen. Like people that you've interacted with.
There was someone that was presenting themselves as wanting to help, but they had been involved in trying to lure someone in and like essentially. But one of the people that was also part of the conversation kind of like sniffed it out.
Yeah.
Just with how they said some things.
What site was this on?
I'm trying to remember which that one was. I think the chat started on Snapchat with them.
And it was a group chat?
It started off as two individuals. Like someone found someone just from sharing stories.
Yeah.
And then made the connection. And it was just like, when it just kind of feels wrong.
Yeah.
It was one of those. We were like, hey, you are actually the problem here.
So were there any kids in that chat, or was he just talking about kids?
It was someone posing as a child.
Posing as a child. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you think an adult who is probably had bad feelings towards kids doing that type of stuff.
It was someone in their young 20s. He had probably had some sort of traumatic experience happen to him.
When he was a kid.
To power dynamic and shift that and be the one in control. So.
Did anything happen to you when you were younger?
Not that wasn't like just typical kid play.
Okay. I got you. But there's never like a power dynamic thing. I got you. So have you seen people express, how else have you seen people kids online?
So are you familiar with and what that is?
Mm-hmm.
So usually they'll get pictures on Snapchat and then tell the kid, hey, I'm going to show it's usually your mom or your dad, but sometimes it's like your boyfriend or your girlfriend, this unless you send me money. And I'm not saying
I
had a kid that got.
And he met you on Snapchat, this kid?
It was a friend of mine.
Friend of mine. Okay.
Like someone I knew.
Okay.
And he had someone do that to him.
Okay.
And this was 5-ish years ago. And that's when I started really trying to be online more and try to be the better side of the pendulum.
Appreciate that. How many kids do you think you've talked to online? I'm not saying that's inherently bad. I'm just asking.
Not a lot. Because sometimes, I I don't lie about who I am. I don't try to misrepresent myself.
Right.
And that kills a lot of conversations up front. Rather than sending me a picture of a 13-year-old girl and their 13-year-old boy.
Yes, yes.
But probably 6 or 7.
Well, that's not too bad. How were they all boys, some girls, or?
It's mostly boys, because boys are usually the ones who put themselves out there like that. Girls don't really do that. They act out in other ways.
Most
and it's usually through like group bullying in person.
I have a little sister. I follow you. Yeah. So how old were the boys that would try to talk to you, or you'd talk to them, or whatever?
It's usually like 8th grade through 10th grade is like the age that seems to be wanting to like lash out like that or seek attention like that.
What sites do they typically go to get attention that you've seen?
A lot of Snapchat, a lot of TikTok with that group. Those are the sites that tend to be like targeting them.
So how do they end up networking with you, or you network with them? How do y'all kind of?
I've got a couple of friends that are online fairly consistently, and they know that I'm kind of smart about things and can be like, hey, no, we could like work this out this way or that way.
So they kind of bring you in to talk to them?
Yeah.
How many of the kids are strangers, like, as in you have not met them at all, or they're not a mutual?
I mean, this one was a total stranger, which is like
yeah.
I had like red flags all over, but I was like, I don't know, like, yeah. But that's only like the second one that's been a total stranger that I didn't have. It looks like a friend of a friend.
Okay, that makes sense. Do the other boys? Because I mean, I didn't read all of these, but I saw enough to kind of, know some stuff was talked about, which is fine. Do the other boys? Do they also try to like flirt or get that way?
They try to get flirty.
How do they do that?
You were a teenage boy, you know how it was, right? You try to say things that make you feel like, you're Johnny Macho and, wanna know what it is to feel like a man. So,
okay, so
if you can kind of bounce enough of that back, you can keep them interested.
Well, make sure they're, on a safe path first.
Right.
So they.
But versus like sending pictures and things. So.
Right. Well, I know when I was a teen.
So I wanna know what it feels like to, have things in me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna steer that conversation away from that, because I don't want to talk to a minor about things like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes me feel weird.
Right. Do most of them do that? Try to bring it that way?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they want to act out in different ways. Like sometimes they'll ask for money. Yeah. Like the thing they want.
Yeah.
Or like some study-focused pill.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's usually with them.
Wow, what a great thing. So what about what about online? Like, how often do you see? I know we go on some of those image sites, which I'm sure are pretty wild westy.
Some are okay.
Okay.
Some are seedy.
Seedy?
Yeah.
I actually don't know what that means.
Like risque, like you said, I guess. There's a line, and they like flirt with that line.
Do you think on those image sites, it's the kids posting it themselves, or adults posting pictures of kids?
It's usually a lot of the second one.
Adults posting pictures of kids.
Yeah.
So how low do these adults post?
What do you mean?
Like, what are the age ranges of what these idiots post on there?
I'm sure some of them post like young kids. Those usually get taken down super fast because they're pretty good about monitoring that stuff. But
nice. Like young kids, are we talking like young is pretty subjective. Like, what would be the youngest you think?
I consider young like 12.
Okay.
But also like that's the age that I know usually are online and I'm looking to have conversations with. So it's entirely possible people are posting younger and younger stuff.
What's the youngest you think you've seen in general online that some idiots posted?
Probably 8.
Jeez. Boys, girls, both?
It's usually boys, because they're usually I don't know, for some reason more expressible in that way.
Yeah, I guess
willing to show themselves.
I guess it's more of that. I'm not saying it's a good thing to have it in that way, but it's like I guess the adventurous mentality of like, who cares, right? I mean, women also make bad decisions, but I guess they're more risk adverse, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But what percentage of these pictures? Because I know it's other people posting it. I mean, you can't help what other people post. What percentage of these pictures that they post, like 8 and up, are versus non?
Usually the sites take them down really quick, so you don't really see a whole lot of that, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like, I'm not everywhere, but it's usually like suggestively posed things, you know. So
when they take I mean, how long do the albums usually stay up?
it depends on like when they get posted, because I think there's like different moderators that like keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that like the people that post stuff have kind of figured out when they can like have a window of time to have stuff up so other people can see it and like email them or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So it's truly a human review then.
That's kind of what it feels like.
Right.
It's like stuff will go up and then it'll get taken down. It's not like it has to go through like an approval process.
Okay, so I guess if it was an AI thing, it would either be rejected or approved right there and then.
Yeah, you would think so.
So when they post the stuff, are these like videos, pictures, or both?
I mostly just deal with like people that post pictures. There's someone that deals with like TikToks and things, and it's videos. And I think they have a different like algorithm that checks it.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually not. Well, there are suggestively phrased and worded TikToks.
Yeah, everybody has code words. Yeah. What suggestive words do they usually use?
Like model or model's the main one. What do they call themselves?
I know they use some type of food, and I forgot what it was. It's like pie? No, something. I think it was not pie. It began with a P. It was pie. Pecan pizza. Pizza is what it was.
I haven't stumbled across that. That's interesting. So maybe they can like talk about different toppings as things.
Yeah.
Maybe?
So when they post, there are some images that we can hopefully identify. I know you're not going to like go to wherever the hell they're posted and just, bust down a door or anything. Nor can I, but, maybe it can be sent in the right direction. So when they post these, so the news is like 8 and up, they usually do when they do it.
I think they can usually get away with more like older teens, because then it's like, oh, maybe this person is over 18.
Right. Well, what's you said they don't stay up too long. What's the youngest you've seen some idiot post?
It was probably young teens, and it's usually like toplessness that stays up longer.
Okay.
And
what gets taken down quicker?
anything that shows genitals gets taken down.
Okay. So you think the youngest you've seen posted is probably 12, 13?
Not that I go looking for that, but like it comes up.
Yeah, of course. How long did that album stay up for? So was it an album or was it just an individual picture?
They're usually in albums. So
Okay.
like, it's usually some safe things, and then like the one in the middle is what they're trying to get people to notice.
Oh, so it's like, here's a
They're trying
nice...
to, like, slip it in.
I see. So you go scrolling. So what do the other pictures usually entail?
It's usually like the same kid in like some type of clothing or like model type situation.
And then it gets progressively...
Right.
Okay. So how many photos does it take to, I guess to make the analogy? How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Like how many
So
pictures?
some sites will do like your first page is 5. Some sites will have like 10, and they'll usually put like all of the safe stuff on the first page.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that are like flipping through is like whatever. And then like on the second page is where they start to post the stuff that they know they're not supposed to have up.
So 10 PG photos of a kid. Go to the next page, you see that kid.
On a beach or playing with, frisbees, and then on the next page it's like, oh, now they're
So what are the not saying it's a I hate to re-traumatize you, but what do the usually look like? Like are they posing? Or are they just standing there? Or
I mean, some of them are like legit like naturist photos, and so like there's no harm in those.
Yeah.
They're just doing whatever. But there are, you can definitely tell that some are like posed and like the kids being coached, and those are the ones that are like in danger.
right. That's what I wanted to try to track down. What race are these kids usually that you think are in danger?
They're usually white.
Okay. And you've seen only boys or some girls pose like that too?
I mean, it's both.
Okay. What site would you say is the most prevalent for people posting kids? If you had to guess a site. If you don't mind, I would like to.
I'm trying to remember what the thing is called. It's a Lincoln. I'm blanking.
Don't blank out on me, man. Really, like this is truly. We're both on the same side wanting to help kids here.
What is this stupid site called? I can't remember.
What are some other sites you know of then that have that?
Oh my gosh. So like Photo Bucket used to, but they got really good on what they allowed up.
Photo Bucket.
Oh my gosh, what is that stupid site?
Is it the one you met Kason on, or another one?
No, it's another one. It's one that people post links to. And it's one that people ask for links from.
Mega?
Yes.
Mega links.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the thing people are looking to have.
So that's what they load this crap on?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, like, they all get taken down, but, like...
What about pigeon links?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I'll take your word for it. I think that's kind of a new one, but Mega links is the one they ask for?
Mega is what I, like, will notice people asking for.
Okay.
They want mega links.
So describe them. So I've heard of that. Obviously, that's why I named it. But describe the layout of a mega link.
So it's like a big folder almost.
Okay.
Like you use like SharePoint or anything.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
But they'll just drop a whole bunch of like X-rated stuff in there usually.
Excellent.
And then like it gets passed around and people, I don't know, they use it as like currency or clout, I guess, to like
Bargaining chips.
yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
So what sites do people exchange mega links on? Because I know you can't just post a link on that Russian site, but
So there's like forums that people are on.
okay.
For like video exchanges, and they'll post on places like that.
Is that like on the dark web, or
I think that's all considered dark web stuff.
like did you go on the Tor browser for that?
The what?
The Tor browser, or Onion browser for that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. So what browser is used for I guess that forum?
I mean, I use Firefox for all of the stuff I do on the side.
Base. Yeah.
So
Good. Firefox. So that one, that has no ads, right?
you can put extensions on it to cut ads.
Yeah, because I know my dad before I moved out, he had Firefox. There's no ads for like even YouTube videos, no ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a great ad block.
Hell yeah, man! Awesome.
I wish Safari had that, because that's what I use for my day-to-day stuff. And anytime I go watch a YouTube video, it's like, oh, I've got like 5 ads I have showing.
What you're saying? You don't want list and just you don't want to buy a new Hyundai? Okay, got it.
I would like a new Hyundai.
Well, you get
wants to give me one.
Right. You don't want to pay $30,000 for one.
30 would be a deal these days.
Yeah, good point. Interesting. So, how long have you known about this phenomenon of people just posting like this?
It's been. What year are we in? 25?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when did you first come across this? I guess.
17?
What was your experience like with that?
So Snapchat started to get really popular.
Okay.
And that was really the like straw that broke social media because it allowed for such anonymity.
Right.
And so like the first couple of social medias that we went through, like MySpace and Facebook, it was all like you were definitely presenting yourself to be like you could go back and like remove stuff or archive it, but like you pretty much like had yourself up online.
Right.
And then Instagram came in and it was like less about you and more just like photos. And then we got Snapchat. And with Snapchat we got just little brief snippet things of people. And that's where things really started to like devolve because like the chats could just be said and then gone. And so then people could start to ask for things, offer things, whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to know what my girlfriend just sent me here. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And then with that came a lot of the dealing with Snapchat. And then the exploitation with Snapchat.
So when do you think the first time was, and what app do you think it was where you saw some kid posted?
Snapchat was the one that was first brought to my attention.
Okay.
Because that's the one that the kid that I knew got sorted off of.
Right, but I mean, when's the first time you've seen that someone posted a kid there? Like, where you're like, oh, what the is this?
That like I just stumbled across. I'll see stuff on like Instagram that's like, because I follow a lot of like sports and things like that.
Yeah, you're a massage therapist, as you should.
But they'll get some stuff in there that's like, this isn't really, should we be, like, kids getting ready for like Mai Tai bites. It's like, should we be seeing this kid get boiled up?
Oh, okay. So what year do you think that was where that started happening?
I mean, 2 years ago was when I really started to like get more fitness content in my feed.
And what about those image sites? Like when did those first start? When were those first brought to your attention?
That was probably like 4 years ago.
Got it. So pretty recently.
Yeah, it's all fairly recent. So like, social media is a very intriguing thing to me.
Right.
And I've looked into it a lot, and it's just like peculiar.
Yeah.
How it's evolved, and like, obviously it can be used for good. Like, you can meet people in the community and network and build and stuff, but like, there's a bad side to it as well, and like, it's kind of hard to keep that contained.
Oh, it's like anything. It's like, you know, a gun can be used for self-defense. It can be used to, God forbid, do a mass. Like, you just... Yeah, no, that makes sense. So have you had people like hit you up on, so like what's Telegram like? I know that's where you'll chat. Like how's that?
I am new to that one. That was actually the first person I had chatted with on that. So that was kind of a learning curve for me to see how that one worked.
What about Teleguard and Session?
I'm not on either of those. I've seen them like mentioned, but I'm like, I can only like figure out so many things at once.
Where do people mention those usually?
They'll get mentioned on like, I'll see them posted in like bio descriptions for people.
Like where at?
On like the image sharing.
Oh, I see. Sure.
Like message here, message.
Right. So the image sites are basically a landing page to go wherever the hell. It's like Grand Central Station. You take whatever subway. Okay, yeah. I got you. So have you had people ask you to exchange megalinks before?
I'll see people asking for them, but like I don't like go around looking for that.
Right. Because, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, put this on you because I don't think any of these photos are stuff you've took yourself, but there's been quite a few megalinks on your end that were opened, and you can obviously describe the layout to me and see what a megalink looks like. How many images do they usually post on one of these megalinks?
It will vary. So like some are just a few, and some will have like a ton compiled in there.
Okay, so what are the age ranges you've seen on the megalinks?
Teens down to like tweens.
Okay. You know, I think that's kind of the age that you want to help steer in the right direction, which is why I think we're coming across that. But, maybe we had miscommunication. I'm asking, what's the youngest you've seen posted on a Megalink, not the youngest you were curious about.
Yeah.
So I know we're talking Megalinks, we're talking foreigners, we're talking people who, especially when there's hundreds of photos, who just don't care. So what do you think is the youngest you've seen on a Megalink? Not saying you wanted it or anything.
I mean, there's some that you can tell they're like not into puberty.
Like how old would the youngest be, you think?
I mean, like I said before, probably like 8. But
Okay.
there's like it's tough to know, and like I'm not trying to figure out how old.
Yeah, it's not like there are numbers on the forehead or anything.
Right. It's like get past that to get to like
Right.
get to the source.
Sure. How often are videos posted on these Megalinks?
Posted. I mean, it feels like a lot of things get reposted. Like there's no way to know like what's new. Or
Sure.
anything.
I guess how often do they throw a video into these Megalinks?
Oh, I mean, it just depends on who like dumps stuff into it, I guess. Because
Sure.
a lot of them are like a mix of both.
Pictures and videos?
Yeah.
I see. How do the videos make you feel?
Like dirty.
Why is that?
Because it's kids, man.
So what's happening to the kids in the videos?
They're being
I see. It's a tough thing. We're fighting this together, truly. So they're being, like, are they with an adult in the videos then, or?
sometimes it's just kids, but you can tell like they're chatting to someone or like they're sending them to like if there's a Snapchat vid, you can tell they're sending it to someone and like
So, are the kids, like, what are they doing in the videos usually?
sometimes they're just like showing themselves, sometimes they're actually
Okay.
or just, like showing off parts of their bodies.
This hurts. So, I do gotta ask. I'm not sure if we're just in like an infectious disease lab for so long that eventually we get infected or what happened. But I know this from internet records, and I know this because Kaysen was told this. You mentioned to him that you had 5 links that you had saved. What was kind of the intent with that?
Was trying to keep them interested in things.
Okay, but you weren't lying about that because we verified that. So how did you acquire those links?
They were acquired from a forum.
Okay. Do you think what's on the links is the best to kind of have? Okay. What are the ages on the links that you have, and who do you think posted them? Because I'm more concerned about who posted them. Trust me, I promise you, you're not a harm to people. But if
I'm not sure. Like I was trying to figure out where they were coming from.
okay, what are the ages on those links? You think the lowest, the oldest?
The lowest is probably like maybe late elementary school.
Okay.
I mean, it goes up to teens.
Are these links on your computer or phone?
They were on my computer.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's were. I mean, they are. I mean, it's not. So, how many photos total do you think are on those links combined?
There's a lot.
Okay. How many do you end up saving to your computer? Okay.
Save ones.
So, your MacBook, do you have? This is a huge sincerity thing. Do you have a password? Obviously, you have a password on there, right? I have a MacBook. I have a password on there. Is your passcode at all child related?
What related?
Child related? Okay. What does your passcode represent on your Mac?
It's my birthday.
Your birthday? So is it all just numbers, or some letters, or?
It's a combination of letters and numbers.
Okay.
It's
So some numbers and letters could represent stuff being in a child. So obviously I don't have your MacBook in front of me. I have no way to get into it. But for my peace of mind, what's your MacBook password? Because I want to know how sincere we are about this.
I'm not comfortable sharing my password with you.
Okay, that's fine. But it represents your birthday.
It does.
Okay. That's fine. No problem. I'm not gonna. So is it something with the birth month or something like that, and numbers attached to it, or how does it usually go?
That's a password I use for several other things though. So like obviously I know that you are able to detect things. I just,
Okay.
for self-protection, don't want you to be able to access other
No problem.
That's also a password too.
Okay, so it's a common passcode to use. Okay, so it's, I guess that's more so what I'm trying to figure out. Like, it's like, I just don't want you to, I don't want your passcode to say your bank account to be, John Smith, and then, to your MacBook's like Cheese Pizza Russia. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's, I use it for most things because like that way it's rememberable. It's like I just don't want that. Because like I know I'm being recorded right now and I don't want my password out there for other things. So.
Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. In that case, give me a peace of mind. Don't say it on camera then. Can you just write it down, then backspace it for me? Okay, I'm not showing that. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Oh, hold on. Yep, I got you. Okay, and so that is the passcode to your MacBook. It's not cheese pizza, this or that. Okay, all right, promise. All right, take your word for it. So here's the thing. I do think you're sincere in wanting to help kids. I don't think you want kids to be harmed. I would continue to talk to you if I thought that was the case. I promise you. I don't like to talk to bad people. Don't need that, don't need that negative juju in my life. You know what I'm saying? But, I think we got to a point, somehow we went wrong where, your sincerity, and I'm not going to ever say you're malicious, but your sincerity turned into, you got carried away at some point. Like, what I noticed is, you told me that, yeah, these pictures are PG until they're not PG. But if you're going through 10 pictures then you come across a one, I just heard that, we looked at 10 pictures of a child, and then we eventually found a one of him. What's the reason you're looking at that child in the first place?
You asked how they were set up, though. Like, that's how some of them are set up, like...
Right, but the fact that we know that, though, the fact that we know there's 10 pictures of a child before we get to the one, that tells me that you're looking at all 10 pictures. So I'm just going to ask you, there's obviously a problem that I want you to get help for, and I want to get you help for this, but how did this start popping into your mind, this curiosity about kids? Because it's obviously here. I think you are a good person, but we don't want this to continue, do we? Realistically, do we want this to continue? Okay, so how did this curiosity start for you? Like, did something happen to you when you were younger? Did you just get this idea from the internet? Like, how did it start?
It's probably seeded in like when I started experimenting with friends that were around that age.
Okay. How old were you when you started experimenting?
I was in middle school.
Okay.
I was probably 12, maybe 11.
So you think that? So you think that stunted you, like in a way stunted your curiosities, that it's going to start there and then can go up? Because I know you like adults too. I know you hook up with adults.
I think that's what makes me think that's the age people start being curious.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, I remember when I was 11, I had my DSI on the toilet. I was looking up big blondes at 11. Dude, I didn't even know how to, but my was, I just was like, damn, I know something's happening, but I don't know what. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's like a weird trauma start question that I haven't
ever addressed,
tried to unpack before. So
okay, so obviously, I'm sure at this point, not real. Thank God.
Really?
Yeah, thank God. So I did read most of the messages. I listened to the phone call. Yeah. I mean, what was supposed to happen? And actually, I know what's supposed to happen tonight. I mean, the messages kind of explain that. The phone call definitely explains it. Was anything going to be forced on him, or are you going to leave it up to him to do?
I really never intended to.
Yeah, let me stop you right there. There's no... He's fake, thank God. Right. Okay, so now at this point, it's just telling the truth, because it's not going to happen. But
I had not planned on doing anything.
Okay, well, you have the massage table in your car.
Yes, I was going to show him the table.
Okay.
I don't have. I had no ill will.
I don't think you had any ill will too. Were you gonna give him a massage?
I was going to show them the table. I wasn't going to massage without a parental consent.
You mentioned the messages you were gonna give him a massage with the parents gone. So let's just cut it. What I'm curious about. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on what a dude wanted to do. I don't care. Okay, because I've been on dating apps before I met my girlfriend. All right, I've done all that. But I'm asking, was this going to be left up to him, or was it going to happen regardless?
It wasn't going to happen regardless, no.
Okay, so it was going to be his decision? Just be truthful, man.
I wasn't going to do anything with him. Like, I was... Malone makes me sound bad, but, like, I wasn't going to do anything to him.
Okay, but I just heard from you that... 11 and 12 is when these kids kind of start. That's when you started. So, that we know the camera's in the car, right?
I don't have a camera in the car.
What were you going to film with?
I wasn't going to film.
Okay.
That was a lie.
Okay. So, the massage table, is it in the trunk or is it in the seat or where is it?
The table's in the back of the car.
Okay.
Like, I was going to show him what the table looked like.
Okay. But obviously it wasn't just going to be a conversation because you waited for his friends to leave. Okay, so listen, Robert, I genuinely think you are a good person. I like you, but dude, when we were just so devolved from the truth, being what I have in my hand here, and then obviously the phone call, that makes me think that there is some ill will attached. So just tell the truth. Like, was it going to be forced on him? Were you going to let him decide what to do? Because it has to be one of those two. It's not nothing was going to happen. No guy waits. Dude, I'm a guy. No guy waits an hour to just talk. Come on, man. Just tell the truth, man. Either way, the truth is genuinely going to help here. I promise you, man. I really want to get this turned around for you. So, like, was it going to be, you're going to give force a massage? You're going to let him decide what he wants to do? Because you give massages to kids his age anyway, so it's not like, it's not like this was out of the ordinary. So what was kind of supposed to happen, man? Genuinely. There's no shame in it, man, I promise you. I don't care about a simple mistake. It's just how we address that mistake, right?
Like, I told myself nothing was going to happen, but, like, it's not nothing, right? Like, if nothing was going to happen, why did I show up?
Correct. Well, let's start with this. Were you planning on forcing yourself, or were you planning on letting him decide what to do?
Not forcing.
Okay. Were you going to potentially leave some of the stuff up to him to try or to want to do?
I was going to ask him, like, what he wanted to do and why he wanted to do things, and
go from there.
why he felt like doing something with someone older was what he wanted to do. And, like, told myself I wasn't going to let anything happen.
Well, Robert, stop. We wouldn't be sitting with each other right now if nothing was going to happen. I'll tell you this. If I thought you were a bad person, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you. But on the other hand, if I thought nothing was going to happen, I also wouldn't be sitting in front of you. We're somewhere in the middle with that, right? So what's the farthest you think it would have happened? Like, what do you think it would have just been like, or do you think it would have been full on topping him, or what do you think the farthest it would have gone is?
Definitely would have been topping him.
Okay, so tell me about the. So I'm looking you in the eyes, and I see the truth from your eyes. But if what I hear matches your eyes, I think your reputation with me is going to probably go up. So, what do you think the farthest it would have gone is realistically?
I would have probably done it. I would have probably given him.
Okay. So what about? Okay, I'll take your word for that. I know guys talk a big game. Okay. So it wouldn't have been just straight up just mute. Would it have been mutual or just one way or the other? Or?
This is gonna sound so weird.
I'm not judging you, dude. I really am not.
I would appreciate the filming not happening when I'm.
Here, how about this? Sit right here so they don't see your face.
Well, it's what I say, but I don't want out anything.
Well, I mean,
I understand where you're coming from. Like, you're recording yourself, but like.
right. So I'm not having this turn around on me. Like, I'm not having you tell anybody this big 6'4" guy threatened to hurt me or take my money. So here. I'm turning right back on after you tell me this, by the way, but all right, it's off.
So one of my things is I'm a very submissive person.
Okay.
And it turns me into like turn other people on.
Okay.
So I don't want to say like I on that, but like when I'm with someone like you, if I can make you feel really good, then I don't need myself.
So it would have just been giving him then, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a people pleaser.
Okay, I got you.
And I don't necessarily like to have that knowledge out there.
Okay, no shame in that. Just let me know when I can turn this back on. Okay. Yeah, man. Like I'm sincere, man. I really, it's not to put you on blast, not to shame you. I don't care what your are or anything.
I feel ashamed from that myself. So
conservative parents, or okay, because you mentioned church and everything.
Yeah.
Do your parents know you're bi?
No one.
Oh, okay, okay. I see.
So like that's why I was not wanting that.
A little bit okay. I see. Okay, no problem. If you don't mind, I do want to see the massage table because I want to know if there's any like. See, I know was talked about on the phone, which I didn't say you said you were going to do, but I do want to confirm that it's only a massage table. If you don't mind. Okay. They're going to be at a distance, but we just want to document that it's not a a torture chamber. McDonald's still have fried pickles. Let's see the whip. All right, let's see how big this thing is here. Dude, what the hell's going on at Cane's, man?
It's like that.
Is it like an event or something? I have no idea.
No, it's just people love Cane's.
God damn. I hate that place.
I've actually never had it.
Yeah, you're not missing. I actually like McDonald's better than Cane's. That's how anti-Cane's I am. God, let me see how heavy this thing is. God damn, man. Here, well, I mean, let's see how good of a masseuse you are. Unravel it, and let's see how quick you can unload this thing. It's like holstering a gun, man. See how quick you are with the draw. Come on. Yeah, absolutely. This is your professional debut right here. So if clients pay for an hour, let's see how much of that hour you actually give them.
I mean, it's an hour when you're on the table with everyone.
I got you. Holy cow. Damn. Okay, okay. That's a clean ass massage table. All right, come on. Uh-oh. Can't shoot yourself with your own gun here. All right. Okay, okay. Dang. I know my fat ass would break that.
750-pound capacity.
750-pound capacity.
For scientific purposes, he should give you a massage.
Hold on. You mind if I lay on this? All right, let's see it. Let's see. All right, if it breaks, I'm suing you.
If it breaks, I'm suing you.
Oh, all right, touche.
This is my livelihood.
I know. Well, you gave. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Can you give me a massage, man? All right, this is pretty comfortable. I could fall asleep on this. All right. I see. No kidding, man. Wow, okay. How much does that thing weigh?
What the weight is on it?
All right.
I was gonna say 8 pounds, but that's
No way.
that's not right. That's,
Yeah.
That's the Auric fat cube that they advertise.
Right. You know what? No.
What was that?
He wanted to get a massage. I was like, dude, come on, man, keep your fish. No, so he was on the phone. Right. The one in the middle was like, right. Yeah. One in the middle was like, I wanted a massage. I mean, he has the Asian girlfriend, but he's like, I'd rather go from you. So it's like,
Oh man, the reputation that the Asians have for like being super strong, she could probably break you.
yeah, she could. You need help or you got it? I do want to go over some things. Let's kind of, is the lobby still open? Oh. Let's just kind of go over there so we're not like, nobody thinks there's a commotion or anything, if you don't mind. So do you live with your folks or you live by yourself? You say again?
I live alone.
Oh, gotcha. So massage therapy pays the bills? Nice, man. So do you work for like you don't have to tell me where, but do you work for like an actual place or do you just do private? Nice, man. So how'd you, did you have to go to school or anything for that?
Yeah. So I went to school in Peachtree City.
Yeah.
And got licensed and have been working doing massage. So
Cool, man. Cool.
I drive, about an hour or so one way at the furthest for a client. So
Okay. And most of your clients come from ATL or?
yeah, this area.
Got it. Cool. So what were you doing before massage therapy?
I worked in a call center.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
That's
really,
terrible.
Not wellness focused position.
No, more so just like,
More so like corporate.
yeah.
Just,
You went from customers who are just agitated and tense to like customers who are just completely relaxed. It's like a complete 180.
yes, and there was some reasoning behind that. So
Okay.
they were coming around that a little hot, so didn't want him to not have her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I noticed you did not send your to Kaysen at all, and a lot of people who do something like this do. Like, why did you refrain from that?
that was
Oh,
right. You all right?
yeah. Just had too much McDonald's adjacent today. Well, that's admirable. So I do want to bring up those other kids who have talked to you. Have you played into those conversations? You think too much, or?
You saw about the extent that I'll play into something.
Right.
I'll basically let it bounce and match.
Okay.
Pace.
Yeah.
If it gets to like off the rails, I'll pull the plug.
I got you.
I'm not like comfortable
Yeah. Yeah.
in the deep end, as it were.
I see.
I don't know what all you see or do.
Oh, way worse. Trust me. I'm sure you can imagine. That's why I was so shocked that, like, that's why I was like, man, I mean, I'm not saying what you did is great, but it's definitely way less crazy than I'm sure you can imagine, right? But
I'm curious what y'all do. And, like, I'm trying to refrain from asking and like things, but like, I wish to know how y'all are like set up and how you do what you do. I'm just curious.
well, yeah, man, I'll tell you. So basically,
I like also know if you want help.
no, I think you'd be a good resource.
That's a weird thing to ask.
No, I think
circumstances?
I think you'd be a good resource, man, because I think you've come across people who I would basically, some of the people you're telling me about, I'd rather get one of them than 100 of you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I think you've given some good info on these people, man. I genuinely think so. I do got to ask though, just out of curiosity. So, what kind of massage? Like, how would the massage have gone with it? I know it's irrelevant to this, but how would that even happen? You go, yeah, man, sure.
Usually with adolescents, they have a short attention span.
Yeah.
So it's usually like a 10 or 15 minute session.
Okay.
And it's usually like on whatever's a problem area. So like if you're working on a soccer player, it's usually legs. If you're working on just like a student that sits, it's usually just back and shoulders.
Okay.
And then they usually like get to fidgeting and you're like, all right, you're not relaxing. This isn't doing anything.
Right.
So now we're kind of done. But like the experience of being on the table and being able to relax is good for a lot of them. Right.
Yeah. Oh, so what massage do you think you would have given Kason today?
It would have probably just been like back and shoulders.
Okay.
He didn't really say anything specific, so it would probably just been back and shoulders, which is also like the areas that most people have tension in.
Yeah,
no doubt. If you went and got a massage, you would probably be like, oh yeah, my shoulders hurt, my back hurts.
Yeah, of course. So. What's the average age of one of your clients?
I work with mostly adults, so most of the people I work with are like older adults. I had a client this week that's 85, so he wanted head, neck, and shoulder work.
Uh-huh.
And that was it. It was an hour of head, neck, and shoulder work.
Right.
A lot of people have desk jobs, and so like when you sit, your back hurts. You lean forward, your shoulders hurt. It's just kind of how we live life. So
makes sense. So do you like massage yourself, or?
It's hard to reach your own back and shoulders, but I have a friend that I trade with, so that's kind of an industry standard. Is you'll have someone that you barter with, so you'll trade like 90 or 2-hour services, and that way you're both know you're taking care of yourselves. So, and it's usually like every couple of weeks that we swap.
Okay.
So that's.
I see.
You know those like massage guns?
Yes, absolutely.
I have one of those.
I think my mom has one.
So like I can hit my back with that. And like I'm right-handed, so like all the right here is what gets tight on me.
Yeah.
Stuff all day, so I'll hit that. But yeah, it's hard to like massage your own back.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense.
So
Interesting. Well,
so yeah, what's y'all's like name or whatever, if y'all have one?
well, so our group is called Kid Protectors USA. We just make sure that kids don't talk to adults, adults don't talk to kids, and I think we're really big on we're really big on people just making sure that everything is harm free. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you came with basically if you came with, I don't know, let's say like a hatchet, and like we had a guy come, he had like a gun, he had a gun, he had a rope, tarp. That person I think needs to get the, you know what I'm saying? But people like you that maybe have a slip up, I don't think that should be the end of the world. I mean, I think, a steer in the right direction is the best conclusion to the best resolution to everything. But there is a person I do want you to talk to. His name is Gunther. He's actually a student of mental health, and I think he'd lead you in the right direction with this. No, you think one of those named Gunther?
I don't know, man. You can never know who's named what.
I guess that's true, but yeah.
You have like a card for him?
I'll send you his phone number. I don't care.
Okay.
I have your number. Let me see.
Is he local or like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's like an hour or two away.
Okay.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, I mean an hour is not bad for me.
But when you get home, you're going to delete that child off your computer, right? Okay. You're going to get rid of those child links you have. You're not going to meet a kid for again. Last time doing this. Okay, you're not going to give a kid a massage again. Or you're not going to give a 13-year-old. Okay.
Hey man, how you doing tonight? You want to hear with us real quick? We just want to chat.
Oh my God, yeah. George's ICAC deep, dude.
They sent me
Hey, what information? Talk about.
So we have a group called We Catch Online Child across the country. We're from Houston, but we've gone to Georgia a lot. We actually have an arrest here in Woodstock from September of 2023.
Yeah.
And this individual was here to meet who he thought was a 13-year-old boy to give him and a massage. He showed me the massage table he has, and he admitted to me that he has lots of child on his computer at home. He gave me the password to his computer. He lives all the way in Peachtree City. It appears he kind of refrains from the phone with the child stuff for that reason, but he has a hidden browser at home he uses for it. And he said he's viewed child as young as elementary school age, has viewed videos of it, pictures of it, and I mean, pretty much spilled his guts. I mean, I think this guy's ripe for an arrest. I mean, he gives massages to kids for a living, so.
Who did I speak with on the phone?
Pablo, but I'm the one kind of
Quarterback in the thing?
right.
All right. My name's Sergeant Allen. So I don't know if you heard what I shared with him and all that. So I want to see what you guys have.
Oh, absolutely. We got a lot.
From an evidentiary standpoint.
No problem.
So first of all, did you guys just meet you guys here
With
the expectation of what?
He was here to have with the kid. Obviously, it wasn't going to happen here. He was going to go to the apartment, but he met up here with who he thought was going to be a kid to give him a massage. He has the massage table in his car. He should. Yes, here. Show him the picture of the massage table.
This white one here.
Yes. I mean, we're going to show you everything step by step. I mean, this guy's ripe for an arrest, I think. Here is him saying he would give it to the kid. You can take the phone.
He's talking to you?
Correct.
So really quick before I jump in right here, when he got here and it wasn't a 12-year-old boy,
I approached him.
you approached him and then what happened?
So he was in the bathroom. I saw he was going to pee. I stepped right out of the bathroom, did not talk to him till he was done. Then I approached him and I told him, hey man, here to talk about Kaysen. And he's like, all right, agrees to talk to me. I tell him he does not have to talk to me. He acknowledges he's 13 years old, admits to viewing child.
You guys had a conversation prior to now, obviously?
Online, yeah.
Online?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's kind of where you had an arrangement to meet with
That's
him?
correct.
Okay. All right.
And he acknowledged to me that he was 13, acknowledged to me that he's viewed child for at least the past 4 years, described videos in detail to me of what he said are elementary school age kids doing acts that he views on his computer at home. He gave me the passcode to his MacBook, which I have written down. Okay. And so whoever does a search warrant in Peachtree City. They'll have the passcode to it. He says he uses a secret browser, Firefox, to view the child. He said he's viewed files of child that have over 100 different files in there. Acknowledged to me that he would have with who he thought was the kid. Said he's talked to multiple kids online in a way, and said he's, I think received from some of those other kids as well. So we have it all recorded. We have his chat logs documented. We have a decoy phone call with him where he describes what he wants to do. We have it all ready to go for you.
I thought he was meeting a 12-year-old.
13-year-old.
Yeah.
We worked the case 2 years ago.
Right. Yep. This guy's worse than the other guy.
Okay. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember.
Yeah. It was from Mauricio. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, like,
Yep.
and you met him where in Peachtree City? You said.
Well, he's from there, but he came here to meet us.
Came here. This is McDonald's.
Right. And then.
What else do you have?
Here's describing videos he's viewed of kids. It's coming from here. You can put it to your if you want. Sorry, it's so obnoxiously loud.
It's okay.
Are the kids, what are they doing in the videos usually?
Good.
Sometimes they're just like showing themselves, sometimes they're actually like, okay, there's like showing up parts of their bodies. It just hurts. So I do gotta ask, I do gotta ask.
And then we have some more stuff too. The youngest he's seen on a link.
Maybe we had miscommunication. I'm asking, what's the youngest you just posted on Megalink? Not the youngest you.
Megalinks are links he uses to save that
I
stuff.
know we're talking Megalinks, we're talking foreigners, we're talking people who, especially when there's hundreds of just don't care. So what if it's the youngest you've seen on a Megalink? Not saying you wanted it or anything. There's something like how old the youngest be, you think? That's the before color. But there's
Heard him say 8. Yeah, I mean,
So, taking it. You want to work it since you worked one before?
and then these aren't all the messages here, but these are the key points. This is where this is his first messages on Telegram. Found you on image search. Age, I'm 13. What about you? I'm 37. Acknowledges it. And then if you kind of go through this, you'll see he wants to do stuff as well.
We all started on Telegram.
Right. Yeah. So we posted an ad to this Russian forum site where we're like, I'm 13, and then he responded to that ad. Like we said, this is my Telegram.
Okay. Any other messages? I remember last time you used Instagram.
Yeah. No, this was all Telegram. Yeah.
So I see it's just RM. Is that you or him?
Robert Ram. Yeah. So we're on the right. He's on the left.
Yeah. I'm just making sure.
Gotcha.
Okay. I haven't seen Telegram in a minute. So.
Got it.
How long have you been on him?
Man, I think only a week. This he doesn't work for me, but like basically this viewer of the channel was like, hey, I'm just talking to this dude, and he passed them on to me, and I was like, all right, looks good. So. Yeah.
All right, give me a minute.
No problem.
How you doing?
Great. How about it? Yeah.
Almost 2 years now.
I know. He did what?
The Honduran guy?
Yeah. He may have Mao, yeah. Mao.
So funny. I don't even remember them.
I do. Most of them. I just want to go up to Jesus and go, Mao. Well, we're in front of the cops. I can't. Oh, yeah, true. I will ask when I see him. Absolutely.
So we're going to notify so I think I told you who I spoke with on the phone. We work with the governor of the state's office. We do a lot of ICAC.
Right.
I actually been on a partner, and I've led a couple of ICAC takedown teams. So that's what we do. When
Right.
So we're contacting our lead detective right now. Obviously, you guys are more than willing to testify.
Yes,
and stuff.
I had trial in Catoosa County like less than a month ago. So
So we just want to make sure we get all our
that's it. Yeah, that's
our dots lined up properly,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah,
before we do stuff. So there's a dangerous. We end up in car chases. We've ended up in worse
Oh,
things.
yeah,
So
yeah. No, he
the
was
fact that he already admitted some things to my lieutenant.
Awesome.
So we'll definitely get your information.
Good,
I'm
good.
gonna give you a case number.
yes.
I'm gonna see what the detective says, but there's more than enough probable cause to affect.
I agree. I agree.
It's a little scary how calm and honest he is, but
Yeah.
we'll do what we need to do.
I
Just
think
one thing, thank you for what you guys do.
You too.
And then two, just be careful.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a very uncertain world.
right.
Just be careful.
I think. Do you anticipate that a search warrant could be done on his house to get that laptop? Because
More than likely, we're just gonna step by step.
okay,
If you have all his information,
We do.
We probably will reach out to Peachtree City law enforcement agencies down there, depending on where he lives. I don't know if it's Fulton County or whatnot. Our detective will pick up all that stuff on that end.
Yeah.
He'll probably want to come in for this, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'll see. My lieutenant's calling right now. And
Got
we'll
it.
Just work that angle really quick.
got it. Yeah.
Give Officer Ethan your information for me, and then I will be right back with you.
All right, no problem. Hi. Make sure you join locals in the pinned comment. Over 100 videos, early and uncensored. As as you see, we do travel the most, catch sickest, and have the most fun. It was an honor to lay on this massage table. Something that he didn't do and he didn't do. They're so jealous of it. So tons of mugshots, conviction updates for only $10 a month. This is our second catch for today. The first one was all the way in Arkansas. We drove 8 hours here to do this guy. And yeah, I think a monster's about to get off the streets right now very soon. So, yep. Well, let's wait till he's in cuffs.
Oh my gosh, when I was on the phone, he was telling me he was like, oh.
I know. Yeah, when
He
he
actually
was
wanted me to meet him.
demonstrate on me what you would have done to that sweet kid. Oh, I turn the mic back on. He's like, yeah, man. Yeah. Well, twins in looks, but I'm the. He's the. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, I think they're about to cuff him.
Great percentages, and it doesn't get hung up in a weird, you know what I mean? The legal system is the legal system, so we like to give everybody their due process, but we also want to check all our boxes too. So if y'all don't mind, do me a favor. Now again, it's kind of ridiculous when we all came together. Separate a little bit, kind of. I know we're all together doing this, is what your organization does. But just kind of separate a little bit. He's about 30, 40-ish minutes away. If you don't mind, just hang out with us and we'll go.
I was gonna ask you, can you go back?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're good to go. If McDonald's is open, I know they're open. They see people
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.